We begin with a developing story in Washington, a critical vote that's likely to kill a push for voting rights by Democrats.
The For the People Act has already passed in the House. Today it heads to the Senate. The bill would implement sweeping voting rights reforms. Some of the measures include nationwide early voting and updating voter registration processes. Now, it's looking like a procedural vote to bypass a Republican filibuster in the Senate will not pass. Leading us off this hour, NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Leigh Caldwell. Leigh, talk to us a little more about what's in this bill and what lawmakers are saying ahead of that vote.
Hey, Aaron. So this bill is meant to also respond to all the conservative legislation that is happening across the country to restrict voter access. So this would fit some of those issues, including a 15-day mandatory early voting. But the challenge is there are not the 10 Republicans in the Senate to pass this legislation. And what I'm going to be watching for, though, is if the Democratic Party can get all 50 Democrats to vote in favor of this procedural motion, including Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia, who has recently as last night said he is undecided. But this is a big, big battle between the two parties, where the two parties are on complete opposing positions of this legislation. Let's listen to the two Senate leaders. First, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, followed by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer.
They made abundantly clear that the real driving force behind S1 is a desire to rig the rules of American elections permanently in Democrats' favor.
I challenge my Republican colleagues. I challenge you, Republican senators. Come to the floor. Defend these policies. Tell us how they secure the vote. We know what you're up to. America knows what you're up to. And not to debate this? Are you afraid to debate it?
So what this vote will do today is just open debate if it gets the 60 votes, just contemplate and have a conversation about this legislation, but that is not expected to happen, Aaron.
So if we go along that line of thinking, Leigh, we assume that this motion fails today, what comes next? I mean, is voting rights reform effectively dead in Congress?
Well, if it's up to Democrats and if it's up to progressives, no, but the path forward after this is completely unclear. There is, though, going to ramp up a lot of discussion and pressure among Democrats to get rid of the filibuster. Of course, that's that 60-vote threshold, but that's going to be extremely difficult to do, despite what progressives are trying to get the moderates to stay. Just last night, Senator Kyrsten Sinema of Arizona, she put out an op-ed in the Washington Post saying that she will not get rid of the filibuster. She said that it will have much bigger problems down the road to do that than the immediate gain that would happen in the future. She points to what if Republicans, when they have a simple majority, are able to enact very strict voting regulations just by a 50-vote margin in the Senate. So there's going to be a lot of pressure, but it's unclear how Democrats are going to respond there.
All right, Leigh Caldwell for us today. Leigh, thank you.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.